Well, I think one thing that was really important approaching this movie was to notice that its strengths lay in the intimate, emotional relationships between the characters, and not to let things get out of hand, to still know that it was a story about people. Even if they're vampires or werewolves, they're still people. And so, but the book expands massively from Bella's small world in Forks and to Italy, and to the world of the Volturi, to the world of the werewolves in the forest. And the key thing was to keep that all coherent, faithful to the book, and to really try to make something grand and beautiful out of this book.
Rob?
It was different doing this because of the aesthetic which Chris chose and stuff. I mean, I've always found that Edward, I mean, you know, his whole character is obviously a lot about restraint, and so I always found it quite difficult to think of how to incorporate movement or how to move as the character. And so it's really, it was, in New Moon it felt like a lot of the shots seem to be set up so I can have as little movement as possible, and it actually really helped. And I didn't have to, you know, drive. It was always camera movements that drove scenes. I just felt like I'm making the camera's hinted everything.
You just basically want to expend as little energy as possible, as opposed to Taylor.
Taylor can do all the energy and moving around and stuff. I can just stand there, literally.
But no, you got a good fight scene. There's a very good fight scene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but Taylor has a... I'm sorry, no, Rob, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, and also, yeah, and with the, because the difference with Catherine and the way Catherine's aesthetic and Chris's aesthetic changed, Catherine was much, she used a lot of zoom and stuff, and it's a lot more handheld, and it's quite difficult to look like graceful when you're doing it, and in this there's a lot more flowing camera movements and stuff, so you can kind of, you know, it's a dance with the camera, so that even the fight scene at the end, which I do, it seems it's all about, it's almost kind of balletic and stuff, so it kind of felt more right, I think.
Taylor?
What was the original question?
So just, if you could just talk a little bit about the increased size and scope of this film over Twilight.
For you. Sorry. I think, I mean, when we were making Twilight, we knew what we were making, but we didn't know the reaction we were going to get from you guys. So we were really thankful over the past year from what you guys have done, and going into New Moon, we know what we're doing. We know you guys are all behind us, supporting us. So I think we were more confident because we know we have you behind us. And but I mean, I'd be lying if I say, you know, I never got nervous, because we all, of course, want to please you and make sure that we live up to your expectations.
What a great job!
Thank you. So yeah, but we had a great time. We had a great time during New Moon. It was awesome to reunite the team, be back with the cast, and Chris was phenomenal. So I'm really pleased with the experience.
Kristen?
I think for this one, I don't think you really truly know yourself unless you get to a point that's like as low as she gets in this. And she's so sort of righteous in the first one in terms of like what she wants and everything like that. And I feel like now you actually believe that she knows what she wants. And also like I feel like in the third one she's actually sort of content and happy, and she can sort of rest a little bit more easy. And this one was a larger scale for me just because it was I played an insane person. So yeah.
Ashley?
Yeah, in this one I think I was a lot more comfortable in my skin, and it was nice to be able to go into it and not be thinking about trying to make myself not be nervous the whole time. And you know, in this one, the relationship between Bella and Alice kind of shows itself more. So it was a lot of fun. And then, you know, I think the other thing is that, yeah, we do have the fans behind us. And the first one we were so nervous because, yeah, we didn't know what to expect and what you guys wanted and if you were going to accept us. And I think in the second one, I had a lot more confidence because the fans, you guys have been really embraced us and been so great and so gracious. And so it was just it was a really great experience.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming out here today. Chris, I think, do you have anything else you want to tell the audience?
There's another scene which or not, but there's a moment towards the end of the book. Well, actually, 3/4 of the book, where Alice and Bella are racing to say that. This is actually the first time that this cut footage has been seen by anyone outside of the editing group, actually.
The film opens everywhere on November 20th, and you can get more info at newmoonthemovie.com. Thank you for coming out to the Summit Entertainment. We hope you enjoyed it.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our guest monitor from IGN News, Mr. Eric Morrow, and all friends here from the Summit, as well as the director and cast of New Moon.